And now, please join me in welcoming Stephanie Mestrallet from Fair Finance, a brilliant NGO in London that is creating social and economic opportunity for Londoners at the margins, what Omar Khan at the Runnymede Trust has called the unbanked in this month's e-zine. So Stephanie, let me turn it over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Kim. First of all, thank you very much for having us on this program. We're really happy to join this and to be able to share our practices with the audience. So my name is Stephanie. I'm working for Fair Finance. I'm the head of business for Fair Finance. I've been working with this organization for around a year now. So let me take you through this now. So basically, I want to take you through different steps. So give you a little bit of background about what is the context in the United Kingdom and particularly in the UK, in London. And then give you a little bit of background on Fair Finance, what kind of products we offer, what kind of service we provide, and to give you also a kind of profile of our clients and what the successes we manage to implement. So let me take you through the slides. So basically in the UK, you have to know that the issue is more about sometimes over-inclusion. There's financial exclusion is actually defined for us as people excluded from the mainstream banking system. But the issue is that there are also other providers in the UK that actually provide services at a really extremely high interest rate. So to give you some figures, the average household debt in the UK is £9,500. So it's very, very high. In February 2009, Britain's personal debt increased by over $1 million every 30 minutes, roughly. So more than 300 people today will be declared insolvent or bankrupt. More than 2,200 consumer county court judgments were issued every day in 2009. So it's just basically important figures to make you understand that in the UK, over-indebtedness is a real issue for every people everywhere, okay? Then according to the FSA, which is the Financial Services Authority, the government and Financial Inclusion Task Force, 10 to 15% of the adult population don't have access to bank accounts in the UK. 7 to 10 million have limited access to financial services, and up to 12 million people use non-mainstream lenders in the UK. A market estimated value of £16 billion, basically. You need to understand that in the UK there's no interest rate ceiling, so it means that it is legal to lend at any interest rate. So you can see 1,000% APR on a contract, and that is absolutely legal. So that gives you also an indication on the prices that is practiced in the UK, because a lot of banks actually refused customers, and they do turn to these lenders, particularly migrants, because if you cannot provide any proof of address or anything, then you have no other opportunities than to turn to those lenders. So the main lenders like that in the UK are Providence, which charge on average 265%, Moses Limited, 365%, Rhodes Finance, 1,064%, CLC, more than 1,000%, and Payday lenders, more than 2,000%. So you can see that it's really heavy and really expensive for everyone. So why do people borrow from those organizations? I mean, it's very expensive, so why would they turn to this organization? Because of information exclusion. I mean, in the UK, you've got a lot of, and self-exclusion, I would say. You've got a bank at every corner in London, but it's not because the bank is close to you that you have access to this bank. A lot of banks refuse people for many reasons, including address, credit history, no credit history, etc. So, and people also don't feel confident for going into this bank, so they would turn to those providers because they won't ask any questions, basically. Also, that's a question of accessibility and flexibility. Banks have very formatted products that are not necessarily suitable for those people. So basically, they need to turn to people who can provide this flexibility. They want to get those services very quickly and out of necessity. If you have a washing machine that's broken down, you need the money very quickly, and all the paperwork that the bank will require might be too long and not suitable for your needs. The product design and the simplicity, it has to be transparent and they want to know everything and to understand clearly what the products mean. Every time it comes to jargon, it's starting to be difficult for the customers. So that's in this context that Fair Finance was created, in order to provide a service that's both affordable, simple, and accessible to people. Because we realized that there was either the banks would charge a low price but not suitable for people excluded from the banks, or there were those providers, the financial providers, would charge a very high interest rate, but actually don't provide any suitable service for people. So we decided to create three main services, which is fair money advice, which is a debt advice service; fair microcredit loans, we provide business loans; and fair personal loans, we provide personal loans. So Fair Finance is a not-for-profit organization, so we do charge an interest rate on loans, but all the profits are reinvested in the business. So for money and debt advice, the service is entirely free. We also provide access to bank accounts. We do have partnerships with banks to open bank accounts to our clients. We provide microcredit business loans for startup and existing businesses. We charge between 15 and 19% interest rate, and we provide personal loans, and we charge 28 to 35% interest rate. Basically, so our services, let's give you a little bit of profile on our customers. So let's say between 60% and 80% of our clients are women. Most of them are also single mothers, and between 60% again and 80% are migrants customer. So basically, to give you a bit of profile of those clients, the average needs for a business loan would be around £3,000. For a personal loan, that would be £700. And those three services are tailored for different users. So basically, there's no link between the three services that we offer. When you have money problems and you are over-indebted, then you will go to our money advice service, which will provide you with guidance and one-to-one support for 50 hours of work together with the debt advisor that will help you reschedule your payment, that will take you out of your debts, basically. So that's this service. Then for the personal loans, basically, people coming to us for personal loans, they will ask for white goods, for uniforms, for clothing, this kind of service. And you will get this service in 24 hours, basically, because it needs to be quick, and there's not much paperwork to be given. And for the business loan, that takes up to 10 days to obtain a loan, and basically it's 80% of our clients are startups, because in the UK there's almost no other providers than us providing loans to startups, because banks are refusing, except NatWest, to give funding to business, to startup businesses, basically, and mainly also to migrants, because that's also an issue with the visa, etc. If you don't have a long-term visa, then you will not be granted a loan with a bank. So that's basically for the profile of our customers.